Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives.
I'll take you for a ride.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Weisscast on location. I'm your host, Aaron Weiss, along with my co-host.
Hey guys, it's Bryant yet again.
And we have a guest,
A
what's
co-host.
up?
a co-host. This is Justin Moss, longtime listener, first-time correspondent.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here.
We're at his house in St. Louis, or me and him are. Bryant's still in Milledgeville.
I was about to say by we.
But
You.
that's why this is the first ever Weisscast on location.
I would say first of many, but yeah, who knows?
Yeah, who knows? We'll probably get canceled at some point. You know, the network.
It's true, yeah. Cancel culture is real.
Yeah.
I'm just excited to be on a Weisscast.
Yeah.
You know,
You know what? You get your 5 minutes of fame on Weisscast. All 20 of our listeners.
All of them matter.
well,
okay?
19 this week because one of your listeners is on the podcast.
Oh, you're not going to listen to it?
Oh, I'll definitely listen, but I guess I disqualify myself by being a part.
That's fair. We are about 1/5 of our listener base right here.
Mm. When you say it like that, it makes it sound really sad.
Look, HP and Apple both started in a garage with
That's
2,
true.
3 dudes. So,
I started in a basement, and now I'm
You know.
in a second floor apartment right now.
Man.
literally working your way up.
I really am. I guess we'll just get started with the Siri joke of the week.
Not looking forward to this.
Me neither.
Forward to this.
Tell me a joke.
I liked my dentist so much, I gave him a little plaque.
Oh Jesus.
That's disgusting. That's so gross.
That might possibly be the worst joke I've ever heard.
It is. It's
And it's not like Siri has a good track record of jokes.
It's true. So Bryant, last week, because I was unavailable, we didn't record, and I actually didn't post that old episode that I said I was going to post.
Dang.
So what'd you do with your week off, huh?
I don't even remember.
That sounds like a great week off to me.
You did a lot of cocaine.
Yeah, that's what I did. Did a lot of cocaine and dodging the coronavirus.
Hey, me too. But I did get a cold, so
Oh, that's how it starts.
that's what they say, I guess.
If anyone in Missouri, St. Louis, or even in my household contracts coronavirus, it is 100% your fault.
It is. You're right, because I've been in the airport the most recent.
It's true.
There you go.
You know, guys, I guess we'll just hop right into From Around the Web. Time for some news. He did it. He didn't even ask if he could. He just did it.
Just did it.
This is chaos. I'm gonna start with the first article, which is a good place to start.
You don't want to start with the fifth article?
We've done that before.
Fair enough.
So the first article comes from Polygon, and it says that Steven Spielberg will not direct Indiana Jones 5. Is this shocking? No?
I mean, I feel like if Indiana Jones is going to be kind of going a different direction, Harrison Ford is going to be wrapping up his time in the role soon. I feel like it would be good for the director's chair to change as well.
Mm-hmm.
So like a wholesale change would be beneficial for everybody involved. So, I mean, it's surprising in the sense that like it will be a complete like departure from what we've been used to, but it's not surprising in the sense that everything has a move forward eventually.
Yeah. I thought that Harrison Ford would leave before Steven Spielberg.
I agree. I think that to the Indiana Jones franchise, while Steven Spielberg is a huge part of it, I feel like because Harrison Ford is the face of it, and his recent comments, like, he would be the one to go.
But guess our premonitions were wrong. So they haven't confirmed a director yet. I mean, it's probably going to be some, younger director that may have a couple movies under their belts. I don't imagine it'll be like another big name director. Purely speculation, by the way.
Yeah, there's specifically in the Polygon article they mentioned that James Mangold is one of the directors who is rumored to direct the film. And he's the one who directed Wolverine and Logan.
Oh, yeah.
And if you consider like the direction of the X-Men franchise, like it definitely took a more serious and dark turn with him at the helm. And I think if I try and imagine Indiana Jones doing that, I'm not sure if it's a good thing for the franchise.
Yeah. Yeah, because look at what Temple of Doom was. It was so much darker than Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
And out of the original trilogy, that's by far my least favorite. And so, yeah, this darker take's kind of been done in Indiana Jones, and it has its audience. A lot of people really like it, but definitely Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade are the better of the originals, and then Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls.
Can we really complain though? As long as we don't get another Crystal Skull.
Yeah, as long as we don't get another Crystal Skull.
It did spawn some decent memes.
It did, but normally when you get memed, it's not usually a good thing.
That's true. Pretty true.
But I think James Mangold, didn't he also direct Ford versus Ferrari?
I think he did.
He did.
Picture nominee. Yeah. So if he ends up in the director's chair, the movie might end up being passable. So. Yeah.
I think there's some potential for some really high quality content. I'm trying to imagine his style in the Indiana Jones franchise, and it's difficult for me to see it being something that at least fans of the series can connect with. I mean, new viewers certainly will enjoy it, but we'll see.
We'll see, yeah. It is interesting that Indiana Jones has already tried to have a sequel, unlike Star Wars, who I guess there was nothing really in between the prequels and sequels except for TV shows. It's interesting that this is happening and it's going to be like a sequel instead of a reboot. It is confirmed that it's going to be a sequel instead of a reboot. So it's interesting that they've already tried to do it once before and it failed.
Oh, you didn't like Shia LaBeouf?
He actually wasn't. He was not the worst part of that movie.
No, he was not.
He wasn't the best part, but he wasn't the worst part.
Yeah.
It was just a movie that they tried to fill with fan service and by bringing back the original Love Interest. And it was kind of a boring story with a stupid twist. And he survived a nuclear explosion in a refrigerator. In the first 10 minutes.
Yeah. Where do you go from there? It's like when you show that to your audience, nothing can top that.
You just end the movie.
Yeah, you just need to roll credits at that point.
When that scene becomes a joke for Ben Wyatt in Parks and Rec, you know you have failed.
Yep, you failed.
If any sitcom is like targeting scenes from your movie, you know you failed.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, we're done 15 seconds early. You want to introduce the next article?
I would love to. So, Plague Inc., one of the most popular app games pretty much ever, has been pulled from all app stores in China because of the coronavirus outbreak. And I thought that was hilarious.
It's really funny.
The coronavirus outbreak isn't funny, but the fact that they are removing an app game where you infect and you like bring a global pandemic up on the world and you just try to kill everyone because of this outbreak in China is ridiculous. And they said that the game includes content that is illegal in China as determined by the Cyberspace Administration of China. So, and that's from Endemic Creations. That's the studio who created the app. So, yeah, don't mess with the Cyberspace Administrations of China. They'll shut your stuff down. Have either of you played Plague Inc? I mean, it's super popular.
I definitely have spent some time infecting the world.
I haven't. I do the opposite. I cure the world in Pandemic.
Pandemic, yeah.
But I could see how this would be a lot of fun, like a big time waster. Just a good game to play, like on the way to, like if you're in a bus or like in an airport or something. I actually kind of want to get it for my plane ride home from St. Louis. Yeah, I've never played this, and I know it's a popular game. And it's really funny that they took it off the App Store because maybe they thought that's how coronavirus is spreading. It's like, oh, you got infected. Okay.
I tried to think of it when I saw this article the other day. I really tried to put myself into their shoes, and I'm just lost as to the reasoning behind what the harm is of this application being in people's hands.
Yeah.
I mean, no one is directly getting infected from a phone app.
That we know of.
Correct. I mean, there might be some secondhand stuff going on here, but from my understanding, people can't get sick from playing a game. And this feels like a large exaggeration or response to a very serious problem. Like you said, you don't want to take away from the coronavirus, but what is the harm of users spending some time playing a game? I just can't find it.
Ironically, too, that Plague is one of China's most popular paid games as far as App Store downloads go. So it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't over there right now.
Yeah.
What are they supposed to play in the waiting room? Like.
I guess Tetris.
Oh my gosh.
PUBG
Mobile, Tetris.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Angry Birds making a comeback. I don't know.
Angry Birds 3.
Angry Birds 3. Angrier Birds.
Viral edition.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Also banned Corona Light there.
Yep.
But not extra.
Not extra, just light.
No, not extra.
All right. What's the next one?
Yeah, we're rolling through these.
Yeah, this is.
So this is another pretty funny article.
Yeah.
This one comes from The Verge. Apple will not let villains use iPhones on screen in movies.
Or should they?
This is a interview with Rian Johnson, whose Knives Out just came out in the fall. It's a really good movie. But if you pay close attention, the villain in the movie never uses his phone on screen, and everyone else has iPhones. Yeah. So apparently it gives away the twist. And it's really interesting. And it's doubly interesting because Apple has their own TV streaming. service now, and so like if there's an antagonist in their TV shows,
Just give them
like,
a Google Pixel.
yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, only bad guys use pixels. And it's funny because like the only one of those I watched is the morning show, and I haven't completely finished it. I've only watched like 6 or 7 episodes, but I don't know if there is an antagonist per se because they're all kind of crappy people. But like Steve Carell is the guy that got fired from the TV show, and he very clearly uses an iPhone throughout the show. So it feels kind of like a double standard in that way. It's like, oh, our content, anyone can use it, but if you want to make a movie featuring iPhones, you're a bad guy. He either can't be seen using it, or you know, give him a Windows phone or something.
Didn't Brian Johnson also say that, like, man, if Apple does that, then you'll be able to spot the good guys versus the bad guys depending on what phones they're holding?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Exactly.
Brian Johnson's a genius. He's a genius.
I don't know. I kind of think it's funny. I don't have a problem with it. I just think it's the most Apple thing Apple could possibly do.
It really is. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't do it for any reason other than we sell these phones, so we want the best image possible.
Yep.
So we can make our bad guys use iPhones, but no one else can.
It's also like kind of annoying if you're a filmmaker, because I feel like prop studios have probably just a bunch of dummy iPhones laying around, you know, and it's just like that extra step. Oh, yeah, sorry, you can't use your phone on screen, or hey, use this. Like, takes the iPhone and...
I mean, it almost makes me think that eventually we'll get to a point where companies will be so concerned about the way people perceive their brand that everything, let's just use technology, for instance, in movies and shows, it'll just be a blank tablet or a blank phone, which will take the realism out of it. You know, like,
yeah.
You connect more with people when you see them using, wearing, being like you. And when actors or directors can't use tools and props that directly connect us with the people, the characters in the shows, while it's a small piece, it still removes a part of that connection. It just seems excessive to me.
It really does. And it's kind of, what's the word I'm looking for?
Tone deaf?
Maybe tone deaf, yeah. Like, come on. Who cares?
I mean, it's not like the villain is like breaking the fourth wall and like showing his iPhone to the camera and then turning the screen to the camera as he hits a button that like detonates a school or something. Like, it's not like he's doing that. He just has one.
Look what app I downloaded.
All of a sudden, everyone in the world decides they no longer want to be a blue bubble, and that being a green bubble was the right choice.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, this is great.
I think it's funny that this even came up in an interview. Like, I want to know, like, what they were talking about in the interview before this was written. Like,
right.
They were probably just talking, like, so what are your plans for Knives Out 2? Because that's coming. And he's probably just going on. And he's like, the only thing is, like, this guy wasn't allowed to use an iPhone on screen because Apple had this stupid rule, like, blah, blah, blah. So if you look closely, this person is actually the bad guy if you're paying really close attention.
And you know, this isn't the first person that Apple's come to and been like, you can't use iPhones for bad guys. So how long have they been, you know, contracting directors and producers of movies and TV shows to prevent them from giving them a bad image? You know, like, he's probably breaking his NDA and whatever, but it's just like, how long has this been going on?
Since 2007.
Easily. Yeah.
Yes.
That's a safe guesstimate.
Yeah, there was in that article, in fact, they talked about, you know, let me just there's a show where all of the villains were using Windows computers and all of the heroes were using MacBooks.
Oh my god.
It's not just the phone, it's across the board.
Of course it is.
Now it's gonna matter.
Yeah.
Who uses what? Now we gotta make sure that they don't like typecast specific people with what they use in movies.
Mm-hmm.
That's so. That is, you're right. That is the most Apple thing that Apple could do. It's so ridiculous. Oh man. But what's not ridiculous is how awesome CD Projekt Red are as a developer. And their game Cyberpunk 2077 that has been out. They've been working on it since I think 2013, and they finally gave a release date for it at E3 last year. And it got pushed back because they were still working on some things. So it's going to be released in September of 2020. Xbox Series X has been announced and PlayStation 5 has been like announced-ish up to this point. And, Xbox Series X has talked about having backwards compatibility and things across just all games for anything Xbox. And the CD Projekt kind of quote tweeted that and said that consumers of games should never, ever have to buy a game twice. So if you purchase Cyberpunk 2077 on Xbox One, when you get the Xbox Series X, you will automatically have that transferred to your new console for free. And I think that is one of the most amazing things that they could have done, considering how high of a profile game that this is going to be. And they're clearly a developer that loves their consumers, unlike, most developers out there. So did you guys hear about this at all, or what do you think about that?
It kind of makes me proud. I have no connection to CD Projekt Red at all, but, just being a gamer, someone who's gamed for a long time, like seeing a developer decide to put the users and the gamers ahead of their pocketbook is kind of incredible. It can't do any harm to the industry. If anything, I'm sure it's going to hurt their pocketbooks a little bit. But if more gamers can play your game, you make it easier for more people to access your game, you're only going to grow the love of gaming. You're only going to grow your notoriety. And from there, you're going to be able to make even better product for your users. So I'm excited to see how this works.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the name of the feature. It's not in the article, but I heard another podcast talk about the name of the feature, and Xbox first party games are going to use it as well. The same one that CD Projekt Red is using to bring Cyberpunk to the Series X. So when you buy a game there on Xbox One, you'll automatically be able to play it. You'll get that Series X upgrades for free from first party, and they're opening that to other developers as well. And CD Projekt Red was just the first to take advantage of it. And it's kind of confusing because the Series X is fully backwards compatible. So, like, I guess some games won't have that, 8K resolution or whatever. But it's also really cool that they'll get those updates for free instead of having to buy the second. And the people that were talking about how it was on Kind of Funny's PlayStation podcast. They were talking about how the reason there were so many remakes this generation, specifically on PlayStation, is because the PlayStation 3 had special cell processing that none of the games could be ported anywhere. So they just had to completely remake the games and re-release them. And so they were able to charge full price for the games twice. And yeah, this was kind of a flex on that, like, even though it's like a 7-year-old deal. Yeah, I think it's really cool. I've never really been into CD Projekt Red games. I've I guess they only have the Witcher series right now. But I'm really interested in Cyberpunk. And I think me and Hargrove are going to split it when it comes out. I'm pretty excited for
it. Brian, do you know if this will also be for PlayStation? Because I'm interested to see if, one, there's an issue with PlayStation and Sony similar to the current generation where it's difficult for developers to port, but also if specifically CD Projekt Red is only doing this for Microsoft's Xbox.
I think they'll probably end up trying to work something out to do it for PlayStation, because I'm pretty sure PlayStation 5 will also have backwards compatibility to PlayStation 4. But as of right now, I think that announcement was specifically like tailored for Xbox, because backwards compatibility across whether it's Xbox One games, 360, or original Xbox games was kind of something that Phil Spencer said was going to be a part of the Series X from launch. So I think that was CD Projekt trying to kind of double down on that and say, hey, if you're really looking forward to our game and you get a Series X, don't worry, you won't have to pay for it again. You'll be able to get it. And I'm sure that they'll try to work something out with Sony to get that.
I mean, if you think about how it'll be interesting, they specifically said that it's a feature of the Xbox Series X for it to be easier for developers to port over games. Versus, we haven't really heard much from Sony on the PlayStation 5 on whether or not that'll be a feature. And so when consumers like myself, specifically, who are primarily console gamers, when we're considering spending our money and upgrading, it's going to be very difficult to decide to choose a system that forces me to buy games over again versus a system that guarantees that many, if not all, of my games will be accessible on the new hardware.
Yeah.
And it's really cool that the Series X is going to be compatible with 4 generations of games. Right now, the PlayStation 5 is only guaranteed to be backwards compatible with PlayStation 4. Still a lot of games, but it's not nearly as many, obviously. And there's no guarantee of up-res or running better. So right now on paper, the Series X is sounding like a real beast. 12 teraflops, whatever that means.
That's how many times it'll take for me to flop through a game before I'm good at it.
Yeah, it's true. I guess we'll move on to the next one. So one of a pretty popular developer is getting into publishing. We've talked about Platinum Games before. We talked about Scalebound a few weeks ago. And they are actually self-publishing their own game, and I think it's called Project GG. Yes, Project GG. I watched the trailer for this yesterday, or 2 days ago, and it looked really interesting. Platinum is a developer that gained popularity with the Beautiful Joe games, and then kind of gained more popularity with Bayonetta, and kind of got they created a really good relationship with Nintendo after making the Wonderful 101, and then kind of had an almost exclusive relationship, like second party type relationship with Nintendo for a while when they brought Bayonetta games exclusively to Nintendo consoles. And then they kind of jumped back to Xbox with Scalebound, and that obviously never came out. But they want to self-publish it, so they're trying to acquire the rights. But this game announcement's huge because when a studio becomes big enough to self-publish, that just gives them a lot more freedom. There aren't that many self-publishing studios, if you think about it. Bethesda is one.
Bethesda. CD Projekt is another.
Yeah, CD Projekt, Ubisoft. I can't really. I mean, I guess you could say EA. They have a bunch of studios though. Yeah, so there really aren't many.
Well, Kojima Productions now is a self-publishing.
Yeah, but they still have a second party.
They do still have second party stuff,
but yeah, this is huge, especially because I think the last time I heard about any studio becoming this big was probably Bethesda. But they weren't even like they've always kind of self-published, but I guess whenever they opened like Arcane and like bought id Software and all the acquisitions that they have, like that's when I realized that they were growing. And so it's really cool to see another studio getting that big. I think this is actually a Kickstarter campaign to help self-published. And so it's interesting that there's a difference between AAA self-publishing and indie studio self-publishing.
Yeah.
Because you see indie studios self-publish all the time. But there aren't many AAA studios that do this. And did either of you get the chance to watch the trailer or hear about it?
I did not.
No, I haven't got a chance to watch the trailer. Not yet.
It looks really interesting. It's supposed to be the spiritual successor to Wonderful 101, which is this game where you literally control about 100 people at the same time. It's really interesting and
It's kind of like Pikmin.
Yeah, it's very
Just
unique.
about to say that. It's like Pikmin.
Yeah, but it's 100 superheroes, not 100 little
I
plankton
mean,
things.
we can all agree that Pikmin are basically superheroes.
They kind of are.
Yeah, they keep Olimar from getting killed on these weird planets he goes to.
True. I mean, they are the ultimate sacrificial lamb.
They really are. Poor guys and gals.
Has anyone ever thought about how violent of a game Pikmin is? You see these things just like some of these creatures on these planets just snatch up and like eat 7 or 8 of these things at once, and Olimar just keeps chucking them out there. Like, what is happening?
Oh, he's a real tool, you know. He just decides that these creatures are worthless compared to himself.
Outrageous.
God complex.
It is a god complex.
But
anyway, good for you, Platinum Games.
Yeah.
You know, for as much as we talked about Platinum Games on Wisecast, I have to admit I've never played a Platinum game.
I played the Beautiful Joe series. I love the Beautiful Joe games. I actually love Beautiful Joe. So
people really want Beautiful Joe 3 so badly.
It's never gonna happen.
It's never gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
But yeah, I felt like that was the time to confess that I've never played a Platinum game.
It needed to be said.
I've played as Bayonetta on Smash.
That's kind of like playing a Bayonetta game, because if you're playing as Bayonetta on Smash, what's the difference between doing that and playing as Bayonetta on a Bayonetta game?
Nothing.
Exactly. So you played Platinum games. There you go.
I'm glad I can confess that to you guys. This is a safe place.
It's a safe place.
Let's go on to the next article. What you got for us?
So there's new Star Wars stuff announced a few days ago that there's going to be a combination of a series of books and comics about the golden age of the Jedi called Star Wars: The High Republic. I am incredibly excited about this. There's no TV shows or no movies about this yet, but you know that they've got to be coming.
Mm-hmm.
When I first saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, are we getting new TV shows or movies? No, it's just comics and books. But I mean, there's been so much success with the Vader comics and like the Windu comics and all of those things, like, and they're outsourcing to many different comic book publishers. So you'll get a lot of different art styles and ultimately the same kind of stories that weave together. But it'll just be really cool to see how they all play out. And you know, they're not just, I mean, they're smart, so they're not just going to give it to like just Marvel and just kind of let Marvel run the show, you know. So it'll be really cool. Did either of you see the announcement trailer for this, or have read any more about it since it's been announced?
I haven't gotten to watch the trailer for it, but I did read about it some. And also I think I saw a promo thing for it. We were in a comic store earlier today, and there was a bunch of Star Wars comics and graphic novels, and I think I saw a promo thing for it there as well. This is really interesting. Now, High Republic, correct me if I'm wrong, High Republic is different than like the Old Republic.
Yeah, so the Old Republic is a couple thousand years prior to kind of the events of Episode 6 of Star Wars.
Uh-huh.
The High Republic is set 200 years before the Phantom Menace.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's very interesting. So there's like going to be little to no Sith activity, and if it is, it's going to be like very hush-hush secret, because they thought the Sith were extinct until Sidious came back.
Yep.
So, wow, it's going to be very interesting. Probably going to see young Yoda, you know.
Macy's young Yoda.
Not Baby Yoda.
Not the child, which I continue to call it the child because that is what it's called.
True. Oh, the asset.
Yeah, it's not Yoda. It's the child.
I know.
The child.
Didn't they name the species?
No.
I thought they did.
No,
No.
I think they specifically said they wouldn't be naming the species or the actual character.
The child.
The child.
I just want the Funko Pop, the child.
There you go. Is it available yet?
No.
No, not yet.
Just speaking of like, I was about to say speaking of Old Republic stuff, but the child is not. Anyway, doesn't matter. Did you know that they're going to be releasing a Star Wars Black Series figure for Darth Revan?
No.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I was like, why are they doing that unless they're making him canon?
Well, we already knew he was canon.
Yeah, but I still was like, they're just being, that was just J.J. Abrams trying to be cute. But
It's like, I know this movie sucks, but
exactly.
Darth Revan's canon.
Darth Revan's canon. I am excited about this comic series, though, comics and books. Apparently, the Jedi are going to be facing off against a group called the Nile, which were described as like Vikings.
Huh.
Kind of like these Viking-like characters. And some of the concept art for these characters, like the guy who created the design for Darth Maul is going to be creating all of the concept art for all of the Jedi in these series.
Nice.
So that's going to be really cool. Yeah, I'm pumped about this. I think it's going to be great. And new Star Wars content.
As a casual Star Wars fan, I will never complain about new Star Wars content. Now,
Yeah.
after the fact, I will complain to no end if it's terrible, but
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, as you're allowed to. As you're allowed to. You're like, yeah, a new Star Wars movie. Well, that was terrible.
yep.
Bring back George.
Bring back George.
But don't let him ride on his own.
You know that there's a rumor that Disney is wanting George Lucas to write and direct a standalone film for Star Wars.
As long as he doesn't have access to CGI equipment, it'll be fine.
I think it would be awesome. I don't want George Lucas to stay far away from his creation.
As long as he has a writing team with him.
What if they just like, here's your writing team, and they just like open a room and it's
He just gave me Hayden Christensen.
Yeah. Hayden Christensen's like, all right, here's the deal. You got to be a planet with sand.
Well, we've already done that twice. Don't care.
Don't care. I can't. I love new Star Wars stuff. I'm excited about this. Very, very pumped. All right, what do you got for us?
I got my last article. which is Microsoft and Epic Games are the latest game developers to drop out of GDC, or the Game Developers Conference.
And we're done. All right.
We're done with that.
Nothing else to say there.
So Sony previously dropped out. I forget who else dropped out before them, but it's looking like GDC is not going to happen this year because of coronavirus. Really sucks because I love like GDC and E3, and which is also probably not going to happen, but not because of coronavirus.
Yeah.
I really like all these different game conferences. I watch Gamescom. So it's just sad that another conference might be canceled. A bunch of people dropped out of PAX East, which also might be canceled. Actually, wait, it's happening this weekend. I don't think it's canceled.
Maybe like Bethesda will show up.
No, it's probably just going to be a bunch of indie developers.
I'll take that.
That can't be bad for the industry though, as long as conferences are canceled, which they will be if all the big boys pull out.
Mm-hmm.
But if these conferences don't take place, it opens the door for more indie developers to take up the news cycle that is now open.
Mm-hmm.
Now that might not happen because all these big developers are still going to put out their new stuff, but it gives the opportunity for people who wouldn't normally take up the headline to finally possibly reach up and grab that.
Yeah. The problem is I don't know if news outlets are sending their people there. Like I don't know if IGN's going. I imagine some smaller ones are going still, because they see this as their chance to kind of take up the slack. But, I actually I was in town in Boston a couple years ago when GDC was there. Not GDC, PAX East. And it was just too expensive to go, but I really wanted to go because apparently the PAX conferences are the most fun. Mm-hmm. Like PAX East is supposed to be good, PAX Prime, PAX West. They're supposed to all be super fun. And I really want to go one day, but just not in the cards. And, if we all die because of coronavirus, I guess I won't go.
It's unfortunate that coronavirus is getting all of these conferences that we all care about canceled, but the freaking Olympics is still going to happen.
Yeah, Justin's against the Olympics, which is interesting to me. I'm for the Olympics, but I really want it to be like the Olympics of old with what did we use? The World's Fair.
Yeah.
Like I want there to be World's Fair alongside it, like it was way back in the early 1900s. Because it'd be so cool. Could you imagine like the Olympics, GDC, CES all happening at the same time? That's essentially what the World's Fair is.
Oh man.
And then coronavirus would instantly be a pandemic.
That's fine. I've been saying this for years. We need a new plague.
Well, you're getting it.
Just kidding. Dwight Schrute said that.
And we've now lost any and all possibility of this podcast becoming sponsored.
And sponsored by Emo's Pizza.
Please don't sue the Wisecast.
Please don't.
Emos.
All right, cool.
Let's go on to your last article.
All right, so Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney, is stepping down and being replaced by Bob Chapek, like effective immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Like Iger was supposed to stay in the position until the end of 2021, but that was expedited. He's gone. He's no longer the CEO of Disney, which is, Disney is a pretty big kind of well-oiled machine, so I don't think that there'll be too much change in that regard. But Iger is the CEO who kind of spearheaded Disney bringing Marvel and Star Wars kind of into their kind of family of things that they own. And And so I was reading about this recently, and I was kind of thinking about kind of what would happen going forward just with the new CEO. Like, this is the 7th CEO in Disney's history now. But Chapek has done quite a few things. I mean, he was the one who spearheaded the vault for Disney's home entertainment. He worked as their parks chairman at one point, and he oversaw the opening of Shanghai Disney. He oversaw the expansion of the Disney Cruise Line, and he oversaw the unveiling of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. So he's done a lot when it comes to the creative roles and things when it comes. So hopefully that will translate as he kind of moves into the role of CEO of Disney. What do you guys think of that? Have you kind of read this article at all, or have you heard about this?
Yeah, I'm interested to see what happens. I feel like with a company as big and influential, and like you said, well organized and well oiled as Disney, I kind of feel like we won't see the impact of this transition for many years. It's kind of like a president. Like, you don't really know how effective a president is until they're 4 years out of office. But 8-10 years from now, what are we going to be saying about this transition? Was this good? Was this bad? Do we see a drop in quality of Disney content, or is the direction? It's hard to say, but I am interested to see how things change, or if they change at all.
Yeah, I kind of doubt things will change that drastically. If things change at all, I feel like it'll just be more acquisitions, like possibly acquiring the rights to Spider-Man and all the apparently 900 characters that come with him. And actually, have either of you seen the film theory on that?
No.
So it's actually not even really a theory, it's just a fact. So apparently Apple's interested in buying Sony Pictures. But if that happens, the Spider-Man film rights automatically go back to Marvel. So, but the estimated value of Spider-Man film rights are about $10 billion. And so Disney is watching that very carefully, because they could buy those rights for $10 billion, which is roughly 3 times what they bought all of Marvel for.
Yeah.
Or they could just get it for absolutely free if Sony Pictures ends up being bought by Apple.
Which, I mean, that would be the deal of a lifetime, but also a crying shame.
Yeah, and so obviously Sony would rather get the $10 billion.
And Disney doesn't need any handouts.
Nope.
It doesn't. And so really all they would need to acquire after that, as far as Marvel goes, is Hulk and Hulk-related titles / characters, which they don't even necessarily want because they have a sweet deal with Universal. It's like they can't do a Hulk standalone movie, but he can be an ensemble character, and they've tried to make Hulk movies before and they haven't been that good, so just make him an ensemble character.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, but I mean, as far as Disney goes, I like to believe that they have found their way, and the CEO is more of a figurehead than a decision maker. I personally doubt that one person could have so much influence to totally change the direction of a company. Now, how much do I really know? I'm not saying I know at all, but I really have a feeling that we won't see too much change in the short term, or really in the long term, with this transition from one Bob to the other. Some might even call it a bobblehead.
Bob to Bob.
Jeez.
Well, that's really the end of our articles.
Well, here, I've got real quick.
Oh, you have an article?
Yeah, actually I do.
Surprise article.
So
This has never happened before.
Yesterday I saw a couple articles pop up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm interested to see what you guys think on this. There is a rumor that Apple is finally going to make a keyboard case for the iPad that has a trackpad. Are we finally going to discover that Apple was right when they questioned what a computer really is?
I think so. The headline of the article that you're referring to is "Dear Apple, don't let the trackpad turn the iPad into a Mac." And I skimmed this article earlier, actually, and I kind of have always thought that Mac OS and I guess it's iPad OS now should merge in some way.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand why they wouldn't want this to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Because it kind of just makes sense, because they're like web-based apps are getting more and more prevalent. ARM processors are on the rise, like mobile processors are on the rise. So like I don't understand exactly why they wouldn't want this to happen. And I think Apple was right to question like what a computer could be. Like that stupid commercial a couple years ago with the girl like on her iPad, and she was like, or her grandma was like, "Is that your computer?" And the girl's like, "What's a computer?" You know?
I when I think about it, it almost makes me ask the question, rather, what is a computer? What is the purpose of a tablet at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's been my thing, is like, and you kind of saw that dilemma in Apple's mind when the like iPhone was out, but also like the iPod was out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the iPod Touch was out, and then the iPhone was gaining popularity, and eventually they just discontinued the iPods because they're just like, I mean, you can just do all of that on the phone. So why would we sell two different things? And yeah, and it'd be really interesting because I've always been like, what's the purpose of getting a tablet if you could just get a Mac? What's the purpose of getting an iPad if you could just get a Mac? But then what would even be the purpose further of getting an iPad and then a keyboard extension with a trackpad if you could just get a Mac? It just doesn't.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it's very strange.
It's all about portability and ease of use with, like, for some reason people just understand touchscreens. Like, you give a kid a phone, they just like automatically know how to use like an iPhone or an iPad or whatever. I think the ease of use with a touchscreen is like way higher. When I use my Surface Pro as a tablet, I really enjoy like scrolling around websites and switching from apps.
I want to believe that, but then in my own personal experience, if we are at a point where the iPad Pro specifically is the ultimate current evolution of a tablet, and yet we still see this company who, I mean, Steve Jobs said he didn't even want a button on the front of the iPhone. He wanted it to be totally touch dependent. And here we are, their best touch product needs a trackpad. Is the form factor actually successful, or has it failed and they're realizing the shortcomings? And because it's a money grab, like, let's just keep the product, but give the feature that already exists in another device.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's where I would lean. I feel like this is similar to them eventually deciding to discontinue the iPod Touch because everyone is just going to get an iPhone. Why would you buy an iPod? You know? And I feel like this is just them kind of being like, ooh, maybe we should just push the Mac more and just kind of not worry so much about trying to push the iPad.
Yeah, I think that they're just going to end up merging the two because that's kind of the direction as far as power they've been going anyways.
Yeah.
And just adding a trackpad kind of confirms that. Like, even a trackpad is way more like precise than my fat finger.
Mm-hmm.
And granted, the most precise is a mouse. Like,
Yeah.
being able to like edit video or pictures or something with a mouse is way easier than it is with a trackpad.
Yep.
And I actually haven't gotten the chance to use my stylus to edit photos or anything, but I know for digital drawing, that's a lot easier than using a mouse. So I think they're just trying to get the most uses out of their machine that they can, because pros look different. Like, a pro, like, digital artist is going to use their device way different than a video editor will use, or a sound editor.
But I think that also like reinforces the question of, is the tablet really necessary? Because when you consider what the use cases are, touch is really successful for entertainment. You know, your phone is primarily an entertainment tool. Your computer is primarily a work device. So when you look at pro users, they're not using touch. They're using some kind of external device to move around, operate, edit, whatever. It's, it's a trackpad, it's a pen, it's a mouse. And then when they switch to their phone, those same exact people are now using their finger, but they're not working anymore, so they're being less precise. So I think trying to find a middle ground or make one thing do too many things, companies are learning it's not worth it. It's okay to have a computer and to have a phone. We don't need a tablet that does everything. Ron Swanson said it best: never half-ass two things, whole-ass one thing.
Yeah, it's interesting that companies are learning this, but at the same time, they're still releasing these things that are trying to be like a Swiss Army knife of a device. Like I was saying, like, I can use my Surface as a laptop. I can use it as a tablet. There's a dock, so I could use it essentially as a desktop. There's a lot of different use cases for it, and it's powerful enough that I can have it do whatever it needs, short of gaming. Like, I mean, I can play like Minecraft or whatever, but it's also light enough, like I couldn't even feel it in my backpack when I packed. I mean, it's like a little over a pound.
But let me ask, when you go to get on Instagram, what device are you picking up?
My phone.
Your phone. Yeah. You can pick up your phone.
It really is like the purpose of the device kind of directs the interaction with the device. And when a device tries to do too many things, it convolutes that interaction, and people lose interest because they don't know how best to use the device. So I think that Apple really pushing this, trackpad movement with the iPad kind of reinforces everyone's, or at least a lot of people's opinion, that the tablet it had its moment, but it's moving away. It's dying at this point.
Yeah.
It was a good fad.
It was a good fad until they tried to turn it into a computer.
Wait, what is a computer?
Exactly. Well, what is a computer? What is a computer? No one knows.
No one knows.
No one knows. Everyone knows, Apple. You already have one.
That's how you got your $1 billion or $1 trillion.
It's not even like they have a bad computer. They have a great computer.
They have a great computer. Don't try to make your iPad a computer. No one's gonna buy it.
Oh man. Well, I guess it's time to go into our last segment.
Oh man.
Which lately has been TV show 20 questions, and I think it's my turn to pick.
Yes.
Correct. And so you two guess. You guys can alternate questions.
Oh gosh, Brian, I am going to let you down severely.
It's all right. I've been letting myself down. It's fine.
Okay. I got one.
Okay. All right. TV shows. So did this TV show, was it released before January 1st, 2010?
Yes.
Okay.
You can't tell me how to ask my question.
You can. Makes editing easier.
Well, apparently, I just need to ask, was this show released before January 1st, 2000?
Yes.
Oh, man. We're in here, dude. Was this show released before January 1st, 2005?
Wait, are you sure you want to answer that?
You should probably ask 95.
No.
Are you sure you want to ask that? Because
It's before 2000.
So was this? So when I said 2005, I meant 95.
No, it was not.
Okay, cool.
Is this show a cartoon?
No.
Was it released on one of the 5 major networks? I'm assuming it's 5 off the top of my head. So ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, NBC. I think I said NBC twice, but
unknown. Let me look it up.
ABC, CBS, Fox, NBC. Actually, there's 4. The 4
The show was released between the time that I was 1 and 6 years old, so my chances of recollecting are extremely low. I think I was watching Barney, and I don't even know at the time. The Big Comfy Couch.
Big Comfy Couch. Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, it was not. Sorry.
Not one of the 4 major networks.
No.
Ooh.
Okay.
Was the main character a male?
Yes.
Okay. I like to try to nail down networks. That helps me think about. So it's not a cartoon, but that doesn't mean that it didn't come on. So okay. So was this show released? Okay. Is this show geared more towards adults?
Yes.
Okay.
That was 7.
Okay.
Would you consider this show a comedy?
No.
Main character is male. Geared more towards adults. Is it a soap opera?
No.
Okay.
We've got a male figure in a show between 95 and 2000, not on a major network.
Yeah, what kind of garbage is this?
You said it's not geared towards adults?
It was geared towards
adults. Great. My 5-year-old self definitely watched this show.
And it's not a cartoon.
Oh man, I don't have any boss music today.
Thank God. That always makes me nervous.
Was this show a full hour runtime?
Yes.
Okay.
Hour runtime. Okay.
So this is question number 9.
Oh my goodness. Was this show really popular for its time period?
Take off the modifier, really.
Okay, so it was just popular.
Yes.
Okay.
Has this show seen a modern resurgence in popularity?
No.
Is this show I don't want to ask that. That'd be a waste of a question. Oh my gosh. Geared more towards adults. I'm trying to think of, because networks have changed so much. Did this show so it's not you said it's not a comedy too. So Is this show like what would even the genre be called for this? Is it more along the lines of a kind of like police drama?
No.
Okay.
I was 12.
Well, so we've got an hour-long show with a male lead geared to adults that aired between 95 and 2000.
I'm going to correct you and say it started between 95 and 2000.
Okay. Started between 95 and 2000. I mean, I'm not even sure where to go with my questions here.
Keep going with the genre.
Would you consider it a drama in the broader sense?
I would say drama is a subgenre, but yes.
Oh, God. That gave us 0 information.
Oh, man. Is it still in the air?
It is not.
Okay.
It'd be impressive if it was.
Was the yes, yeah, great, thanks. Is there a second primary character, or even, I guess let's just go with the antagonist. Is the antagonist of the show also a male?
There isn't like one primary antagonist.
Interesting.
So I don't know. But
Oh gosh.
welcome to question 15.
Why are we Pokemon boxes again?
You may use your hint anytime between now and question 20.
Let's just use it now.
Okay. Your hint is the main character on this TV show was previously known for another TV show.
Again,
Like,
I was
very-
between the ages of 1 and 6.
Very
at the time
popular
the show
TV
came
show
out.
he was known for.
Gosh. Why don't I watch more 90s TV?
Oh, man.
The show's great. I love that show.
And I hate you for loving it.
Watch it with my dad all the time. Back in the day.
Guy was in two shows, but the other show that he was in was incredibly popular.
Yeah.
But the second show that he was in was not as popular,
But still popular.
but
Yeah.
still popular.
Definitely like not on the same level.
Oh, man. Man, I should have just
Ryan, if you
started.
could tell by the way I'm asking my questions, and since you can actually see me, unlike the listeners, I have no idea what this show is, or have any clue what it could be.
Oh, man. The funny thing is, like, whenever I do that, I'm just going to put this out there right now. The only reason that Aaron is winning is because he does stuff like this. All right? It's a conspiracy. I toss him softballs because I'm trying to have a good time out here. Like, I'm out here like
Ryan
doing slow
is
pitch.
giving you shows that he actually watches. Weiss is like looking
like-
up the most convoluted show he
I've
can
seen
find.
this show, not in its entirety, but it's a good show. I've seen a considerable amount of episodes for it.
I'm out here playing like slow pitch church softball, and he's like throwing splitters.
Vice really wants that Chick-fil-A.
He wants it.
So true.
Oh, man. Right. Is my question. And my question is, why are you the way you are?
My answer is yes.
Okay, so this show. Okay. Does this show air on like a separate like part of a network that's known for something else? So like, did it air at like Nick at Night?
Oh, that's a good question. No.
Okay, dang, because there's so many of those. It's like Cartoon Network versus
Yeah,
adult.
exactly. Yeah. I actually would have never thought of that question, but
Same.
I will keep that in mind for future TV shows.
Where do I go from here?
Dude, I'm gonna owe this man Chick-fil-A.
All right. Would you consider this show a family show?
No.
Oh, come on.
That was 17.
17. All right, we have 2 more questions and then we have to guess.
Yep. I think I will give you another hint because this is a difficult one. But at 19, before you guess your TV show.
Okay. Oh man. I don't want to waste. I have like so many questions I could ask that would just be a waste. Is this show? Gosh. Is the other show that this actor was known for, was that show a comedy? Or was the genre, was it like a comedy or was the genre the same?
That's a good question.
I'm looking it up.
Again, not that it will help me at all because
it's not even helping me.
Lost.
It was not a comedy, but I will say on IMDb, 3 out of the 4 genres listed for each show are the same.
What the heck? So this is the same
I'm
show?
rocks in a pond here.
Yeah.
This is the same show.
It's a 3 out of 4.
Oh my gosh.
It's still the same show.
Okay, this is not a question, so don't count this. But the only thing I can think of, and I know for a fact it's not this, is I'm thinking like Tim the Toolman Taylor in my head right now.
You thinking Home Improvement?
Great show. Should have picked that.
Show.
Yeah.
Great show. It's a great show.
Yeah, and we know it is not a comedy, but
Yeah,
in my mind, that's where I'm going right now.
And he also said it didn't come on Nick at Night, so.
I know. Oh gosh.
Man.
Also, that originally aired on ABC, so.
Yes, and it was also on a major network.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, one more question, then the guess.
Right, I'm gonna allow you to ask another question since you seem to have some direction here because.
No, this is your question. We're alternating.
Oh gosh.
This is great because I've never gone down in the Wisecast 20 question ship with someone else, so this is good.
Oh, this is what 12 teraflops looks like in real life. Oh gosh. Man,
A hint might give
is
it away.
the actor from this show still in a major show today? Or in the I'll say last 5 years.
No.
Okay.
That was a good question, though. All right, so my last hint was before this TV show, there was a movie based on this IP. I shouldn't say based on this IP. I should say A movie started this universe. That's what I should say.
That hint feels like it actually makes it more difficult for us to guess. I'm sticking with my gut.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. So since we have two people guessing, does that mean we have two shots at this?
No.
See, come on now.
Look, it's fine because again, I have no guess. I don't even know where to start.
It's 20 questions, not 21 questions.
Well, one of them isn't even a question. It's technically 19 questions and a guess.
That's fair.
So yeah, we technically got our 20. So.
Oh man, I don't know. All right, I am going to guess that this TV show is Jag.
No.
Dang it.
This TV show.
Wait, can I ask mine?
Sure.
Is this TV show Bible Man?
Source material. No. First airing on July 27th, 1997 on Starz.
Okay.
But later switching to Sci-Fi. Stargate SG-1.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and see, I can see the guy now.
Starring Richard Dean Anderson, who was also known as MacGyver.
Yes, he's a MacGyver dude.
Yeah.
MacGyver was so popular, dude.
It was so popular.
Oh, that makes me so mad. The minute you said Stargate SG-1, I was like, he's a MacGyver guy.
This is a great show.
Stargate is good.
Mm-hmm. You have watched it.
I have watched it.
Dude, see, I should have said family of networks. One of the things I was gonna ask was, is this a part of like a family of networks? Because Sci-Fi is a part of the NBC family of networks.
I did not know that.
I would have just gone down the list. I'd be like, is it Sci-Fi?
Is it Bravo?
Is it
USA?
I would not be good at this. Both of you would be getting Chick-fil-A every single week.
Yep. So
if I were in this.
That's
Home Improvement.
That's freaking. I am going to destroy you with my TV show next week. I picked like Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide 2 weeks ago, and he just he slapped it. I was all nice. I should have picked freaking Naked Brothers Band. No one watched that crap.
Well, folks, that's the end of Weisscast for the day. I'll try to edit it at some point and get it up at another point. I'm going to listen to this song real quick and make sure it's... No, I don't like it. I'm looking for a song, sorry. I found one earlier, but I didn't like it.
All in favor of 5,000 Candles in the Wind?
Maybe we should do that. 5,000 Candles in the Wind.
Can you find a royalty-free version is the question.
Probably not.
Probably not. It was on NBC. Oh.
All right. Folks, listen to 5,000 Candles in the Wind by Mouse Rat. And
R.I.P. Little Sebastian.
R.I.P. We will send you out with that.
Fully cried twice in my eyes.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at The Weiss is Right. Bryant, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at BKStinson08.
Justin?
Yeah, so Instagram, Moss_Mania. And Twitter, it is Reed, REED _revolution.
Follow him, folks.
Follow.
We're going to send you out with some Will Sebastian tribute. And we are out.
Up in horsey heaven, here's the thing. You trade your legs for angels' wings. And once we've all said goodbye, you take a running leap and you learn to fly. Bye, bye, little Sebastian. Your 5,000 candles in the wind. And though we all miss you every day, we know you're up there in heaven's hay. But here's the part that hurts the most. Humans cannot ride a ghost. Bye, bye, little Sebastian. Miss you in the saddest fashion. Bye, bye, little Sebastian. Your 5,000 candles in the wind. Everybody sing it now. Bye, bye, little Sebastian. Miss you in the satisfaction. Bye, bye, little Sebastian. Your 5,000 candles in the wind. Maybe someday we'll saddle up again, and I know I'll always miss my horsiest friend. Spread your wings and fly, spread your wings and fly.